Hey guys, what is up? This is Cody, or xCodeh. How's it going today? Hope everybody watching this video is having yourself a snazzy day. Let me know in the comments down below where you're watching the video from, outside or inside of the United States. I always love to know. On today's video, I have a life story that I've been saving for quite a long time. It's one of the banger life stories that I've been saving for quite a long time. It's now reached 700,000 subscribers, so thanks to you. This is coffee. I brought out the fancy glass just for the occasion. Really quickly before this video starts, I just want to say a huge thank you for that. We'll get into it later in the video as well. So I know the title of this video is sounding pretty crazy, and it was pretty crazy. Let's just get right into it. So this story took place around 2013, 2014. I was around 15, 16 years old. This was around the time where I'd always be hanging around this one weed plug. It was like a really good friend of mine, and I used to hang out with him almost every single day because obviously I was friends with him, and number two, it was just so cool to be around all the weed, just seeing how everything worked behind the scenes of like a weed dealer. And to say the least, when I was about 15 years old, the good old jabroni xCodeh at its finest, I felt a little inspired by my friend flipping weed and being able to smoke for free, and I wanted to give it a shot myself. So I had told the plug previously that I wanted to pick up a decent amount and try to flip it and try to be just like him, essentially. It was something that I had just brought up to him a couple times, and then one day he asked me if I wanted to go with him to go pick up weed, which was like, whoa, dude. It was like super cool to me then. I remember it was like, whoa, dude. I was chilling at the plug's house and somebody came to pick us up to go and pick up the weed, and I got into the back seat of the car and they had this book back there, and it was DMT, the dream molecule, and I was like, whoa, what's this? I had no idea what that was at the time, and I was like looking through and I was like, holy shit, this is crazy. Why is this back here? What kind of person is this, man? So we drive probably 40 minutes, an hour to a place I'd never been to. It was like this apartment complex, really nice area, but like kind of like a condo complex, a little step up from an apartment complex. And as we got towards this dude's house, it started snowing so much. It was a full-on fucking blizzard. There was like snow coming down. It was like the kind of snow where the snow is like this big, like it's just chunks of snow coming down and like everything gets covered immediately. It's snowing so much, it's getting to the point where like we had to pull over on the side of the road in the apartment complex and call the dude over and over again. Wouldn't answer the phone. You're gonna tell me to drive an hour to you in a snowstorm, risk my life over some weed, and you're not gonna answer the phone, dog? It's not very snazzy right there. He finally picks up the phone, probably 15 minutes of waiting. It wasn't that bad because we were hotboxing the car, so it's like, it was cool with me. I was just there. I was just the plus one. I was just there. I had already given my money to my friend and he was gonna do everything for me. I was just the sketchy dude in the backseat. We finally see this dude emerge through the snow, kind of walking down the driveway, and walks up to the car. This like complete hippie dude, full on like long hair just like me. He's got the fucking drug rug on. Hey dude, what's up? You know, like, just a typical pothead. He gets in the car and he's like, hey man, I got some bad news for you, talking to my plug. And he's like, well, I don't have the stuff I had last time because it was amazing. It was like, oh, you know what, dude, I remember. It was like some strawberry cough or strawberry kush, and it actually tasted like strawberries. One of the only times, well, it was like a hint of strawberries. It was like skunky strawberries. Strawberries that have gone bad in a good way. And he explained that he didn't have any more of that, but he had some other stuff for way cheaper. My friend looks at him, he's like, way cheaper. I'm down. Because the friend that I'd always hang out with, the plug, he was kind of notorious in the town for being the hustler, you know, saying the weed's really great, 20G, pull up in its mids, and the person still buys it and loves it. But it's like, he was kind of known for doing that kind of shit. So when he heard the words cheaper, his eyes lit up. He's like, this is the moment. This dude pulls out one of the biggest mason jars I had ever seen. Like, this has got to be an industrial sized mason jar. I'm talking like this big, dude. It was I've never seen a jar like this before. It was like a container to like cheese puffs or something, just huge. And it's full of like this average looking weed. Like, I looked at it and it had some like bright orange, almost reddish hairs, but the trim job was bad. You could see visible big ass stems in this thing. Out of this jar, he just pulls out this big like pre-bagged bag of weed, hands it to the plug. Everybody's okay. Overall, it was a really smooth transaction, minus the fact that we almost died getting there in a blizzard, but it's okay. It's perfectly fine. We get back to my plug's house. He scales out. I think I was getting like a 1/4 ounce or something really small. So he hands me the bag, you know, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, Is this it? You know, it's like, you know, this is what you bought, bro. Like, just in my mind, I wouldn't ever say anything when I was this age to the plug, but I was just like, ugh. you know, like this isn't what I'm usually smoking, bro. And I asked him, and I'm like, yo, like, you think people even are gonna want this? And he's like, yeah, it's just say it's Beasters, it's good, dude, sell a little cheaper. And I'm like, all right. I think I got a quarter ounce for like $20, which is, I think I was paying $90 to $100 for a quarter ounce of some dank back then. When I was in high school, man, there was no plug that wanted to fuck with me that would give me any sort of deal. It was terrible. So getting towards the title of the story right here. So here I am, back at my house later that day. Got this quarter ounce of straight mids, Beasters. Okay, it wasn't mids, it was like one step above mids. It smelled okay. That's like the biggest thing with mids. You know, you open it up and it's like grass clippings, hay, barn animals, just a terrible time. This stuff, you opened it up and it kind of just, it's like a fruity dirt. So I'm getting on my phone, I'm texting everybody on my contact list. Yo, need tree, dude. Just like the sketchiest human being in the planet. And I don't know if you guys have seen the story, The Plug Almost Killed Me. I'll put an annotation up there. Check that video out. That was the same dude that picked up the phone and he was like, oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah, I'll buy some from you, dude. I'll be by in 15 minutes. And I was super excited. I was like, hell yeah, about to make some money. Wasn't thinking anything negative whatsoever. I was like, fuck yeah. So he said he was gonna be there in about 15 minutes. 25, 30 minutes go by. And I'm calling him, and I'm like, yo, dude, what's going on? Are you on your way? Like, when are you gonna be here? He's like, oh yeah, I got held up by something. I'll be there a little bit late. And now that I'm thinking about it, it was probably because he was waiting for it to get dark outside. It was probably 6 o'clock when I originally called him, and he pushed it back. He kept pushing it back. Oh yeah, I gotta do something. It was around 7:30, 8 o'clock, and the sun was going down. It was getting really dark, and then he calls me. I didn't even think anything about it being dark outside or anything because at the time I was pretty good friends with this guy. So I get a phone call saying he's almost here, so I go outside and I meet him, get into his car, and there's 2 people in the car with him. There's 4 people total in the car. I get in the back seat. 4 people total, including me. I said that kind of weird. So immediately when I get into the car, I see one of my friends sitting next to me. Not the dude I called, but his brother. He's sitting next to me. And I look at him, and he's not looking me in the face. He's usually super nice to me. Yo, what's up, Cody? How's it going? Super nice, but he's just like, hey, Cody. Just like kind of looked away. And I'm like, what's going on here? That was the first thought in my mind, like something's off here. I look at the driver, and I'm like, yo, dude, what's good? He didn't say anything, and then the passenger's like, so, Cody, what do you got today? Beasters or mids? Like he had known or something exactly what I was trying to do. I laughed it off and I was like, haha, nah, dude, it's just some dank, dude. And he's like, all right, let me check it out. And here's where the second thought came into my mind. I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Letting the weed out of my sight, front seat, right in front of me. Fuck it. Why not, dude? You know, these guys are my friends. So I take the weed and I'm like, yo, dude, check it out. Here it is. He like whips it out of my hand, like pulls it real fucking quick. And I could hear him unwrinkling the bag, putting it up to his nose. Ah, dude, nice mids you got here. And then the driver turns around and he's just like, all right, time to get out of the car. And I'm like, the fuck are you talking about, bro? Where's my money? And then he pulls out this fucking gun and he looks at me and he's just like, get out of the fucking car. And I'm looking at him like, are you being fucking serious right now? He points it at my head and he's like, yeah, get the fuck out of the car. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now? And then just anger filled my body and I'm like, fuck you guys. Got out of the car, slammed the door shut. A little internal panic attack, not gonna lie. I was a little scared in my boots there, a little shiver action. Everything happened so quick. I'm sitting there in this car, it's dark outside, I could barely see anything, and now one of my friends just fucking shoved a gun in my face and stole my weed. Thought these guys were my friends, man. Like, the betrayal is really what hurts the most. Like, getting something stolen from you is one thing, but when something gets stolen from you from somebody that you trust and thought was a friend, that shit sucks. So they peel off. I'm walking back to my house. It's a walking L at that point, okay? Down in the dumps. You had a bad day. You take it one day. Probably gonna get copyright claimed for that. And then I made a decision that was a mistake. Absolutely a mistake. I didn't know what to do in this situation. I was thinking to myself, I don't know what to do. It's not like I'm gonna go home and tell my dad, hey, I just got robbed at gunpoint. No, absolutely not. I was like fucking 15 years old. I called one person on my contact list. The one person that I was like really good friends with at the time. I'd always be at his house every day. We'd chill, smoke weed every day. And I was like, yo, dude. This dude just robbed me at gunpoint for all my weed. And he was like, what the fuck, dude? No fucking way. He was freaking out. And I thought that was it. Like, I just needed someone to talk to. He was with a bunch of people at the time. He was chilling with the gossip squad of the high school. Like the group of kids that you tell them something and the entire school knows within 15 minutes. Not even on a school day. That's like, I don't understand how shit spread so quickly in my school. It was like, my school was gossip central. And that's gonna lead into part 2 of this life story that gets even crazier than this. So, I mean, getting robbed at gunpoint is like, that's pretty much top of the cake. There's nothing crazier than that. But the story does continue, and I hope to see you guys in part 2. Looking back on this, I like to think of what I've learned from this experience, from this scenario. Really not much to learn about. Just that there's shitty people in this world. The people you trust can be your worst enemies. They could flip like a switch. So be careful who you're trusting out there, especially when it comes to anything that's worth money. I really hope you guys enjoyed this life story of mine. Definitely one of the shittiest times ever. Very scary. I usually end life stories with let me know in the comments down below if this has ever happened to you, but I sure as hell hope this has never happened to any of you guys. I'm going to be doing a 700K Q&A on my Twitter, so go and follow me at xCodeh. I'll be making a post or a tweet right after this video goes up for you guys to leave me questions, and coming up on 10 years of being a YouTuber as well, which is really fucking crazy, dude. It's insane. I think it was August 29th, 2010. So I guess not really almost, but next month or a month and a half is going to be 2020, and then that year is going to be 10 years. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I was going to talk about at the end of the video. I want to say, bottom of my heart, thank you, each and every one of you guys, for subscribing to the channel, watching the videos, buying merch, sending me weird memes on Snapchat, all of it, man. It really does mean the world to me. It's a dream come true to be able to do this, and I never would have imagined when I was a kid, looking at YouTubers and back in 2006, 2007. When did YouTube even come out, dude? When did YouTube come out? Yeah, it was 2005, so I was correct. Around that time range. 4th, 5th grade, dude. I was watching Google video, and then I watched a bunch of soccer fails. And then I went from Ray William Johnson with =3 to Shane Dawson to Fred. It was all history from there. Not trying to be the cliche YouTuber. Ooh, thank you for everything. Dream come true, but truly, it really is, man. Thank you very much. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Leave a like on it if you guys did. Follow me on my social media, and make sure, right now, I'm gonna be disappointed if you're not already following my cat on Instagram. It's right on the screen. You can't miss it. Stay high, stay lifted, and stay snazzy. Peace.